Hey everyone, welcome back to 996 The Howl. The Coyotes win 3-2 against the Nashville Predators, the biggest game of the season so far. I was waiting for it all week, and I'm very pleased and satisfied for how the Coyotes came out in this game. Schmaltz still injured, still day-to-day didn't dress up for this one. It felt like a playoff morning. You know, the game was in the afternoon, you wake up, butterflies and nerves are going around. The first time I really felt this since, ironically, against Nashville in the play-in round against, the Avalanche in that round one of the playoffs in the bubble. Not high expectations. You were just hoping it wasn't a bloodbath. Unfortunately, it was a bloodbath. So really, the Coyotes and Nashville Predators have had some great games in the past. That play-in round was a battle and a huge victory for the Coyotes in that play-in round. So today in the afternoon, another one of those big games between these two teams. Early, the Coyotes did not show up. It was a really rough first 4 or 5 minutes of the game. They get into penalty trouble early. The Nashville Predators were all over the Coyotes very early. Shots were 7-0 Nashville. Those first 5 minutes, Nashville looked insane. They just took over this game. That first power play, the Predators were all over in the Coyotes zone for the full 2 minutes. Thankfully, they kill it off, and the Coyotes get their first shot about 4.5 minutes into the game. Keller to Durzi, a great save by Saros. Shots were 9-2 Nashville at the 8-minute mark of the first period, and then thankfully the Coyotes score, get that monkey off their back, start their game off good with the lead of a first period goal, which was rare at home for a really long time. It was a Keller goal from Gunther and Durzi. This play, I mean, Durzi's pass here, it's unbelievable. Even on a replay, it makes no sense. Durzi's going for the puck. He gets hit, but as he gets hit, he does a spinorama backhand from pretty much the sideboards all the way to the front of the net. He gets Gunther, who does his own half spinorama to find Keller, who scores. And right when he scores, he gets high-sticked. He's bleeding. So they go on a 2-minute power play because they count that Keller's goal nullified only half of the 4 minutes. I've never seen this before, where a penalty continues on even though you sort of scored on the delay penalty because it was a double minor. Unfortunately, the Coyotes don't score on that power play. The Coyotes go on the penalty kill again. Thankfully, they kill it off. Bukestad had a shorthanded breakaway, but he missed the net. It was a rough start, 8 minutes, but thankfully the Coyotes got it together, regrouped, got that early goal to 1-0 lead, and they finished off the period pretty well. They were outshot 12-6. Most of those shots, like I said, 9 shots in the first 8 minutes for the Predators, only 3 shots after that point. So they go into the second period up 1-0. They got to stay out of the box, which they didn't. They ended up getting 6 penalties this game, the Coyotes did, and that's 16 penalties in the past 3 games. They're very lucky that the Nashville Predators didn't really dominate this game by getting goals on their power plays. They did dominate the power plays by having ozone time, but thankfully they didn't win this game based on so many power plays. So we go early in the second period. Both teams trade chances early, and about 2 minutes in, Keller scores his second of the night. Michelli to Keller, and Keller very well and very high IQ play here, and not much time. He releases the puck really quick, but he notices that Saros is pushing off his legs hard, going for the dive, and Keller shoots it on the ice on purpose. He didn't fan on the shot because he really had a full force all alone, not tipped, and he smartly placed it on the ice under a diving Saros to go up 2-0. Keller was carrying his team on his back tonight. He now leads the team in goals, surpasses Krause, who Krause had that title for around 35 games or so as the Coyotes leader in goals. After 2-0, Dumbo, the huge hit at center ice, and on the same play, Dermott trips up a Predators player. So the Predators go again on the power play, and this time they score. Thankfully, their only power play goal of the night. A Yossi point shot, hits the post, hits Ingram's back, and it goes into the net. And then after the 2-1 goal, the Coyotes kept going and going. They had a lot of chances in the second period. They created themselves a lot of high danger chances. Stetcher, Bukestad, Kesselring, they all had a flurry of chances on the same shift. I still don't know how the puck stayed out on that sequence. And then after that shift, Carcone scores his first goal since early December, assisted by McBain and Dursey. Dursey with 2 points. Dursey, phenomenal the past 7 to 10 games. I expect, maybe during the All-Star break and that week off that the Coyotes have very soon, maybe we might see a defenseman signing for Sean Dursey. I'd love to lock him up long term. Honestly, at the same level or even better as Gostisbehere and Chychrun in terms of offense and just promoting so much offense through the back end. When he was injured, the Coyotes were lacking some offense, but when he's in the lineup, he just gets the Coyotes going in the offensive zone. Good at moving the puck, good at jumping up in the play, good at taking shots, and just that offensive mindset that we really don't have other than him on the defensive side. So great game by Dursey. So they go up 3-1. Gunther found himself all alone in front of the net. He hit the post. Gunther with a great game. I already mentioned his primary assist on Keller's first goal, but he just looks so comfortable. The plays he's making good plays. The puck's not dying on his stick. Small little passes here and there. I'm starting to notice. I thought this was a great game by Gunther. For Cooley, it was a good game. He needs to continue to stack these good games on top of good games. I just thought Gunther seemed like the better player, but a bit unfair to Cooley. Thought he had a good game. It wasn't a bad game at all on Cooley. So Coyotes are up 3-1. There was a Michelli to Dursey chance where Michelli finds Dursey, and Dursey had an open net, but the puck sort of rides up on his stick and the puck deflects away from the net. If he just got his stick blade a little bit more on this pass, it would have been a 4-1 lead. The Coyotes go into penalty kill. Again, Nashville misses an open net. And then again, near the end of the second period, the Coyotes get called for too many. Was this a too many men penalty? No, that was in the third. They get called for another penalty late in the second period. My heart was racing. These back-to-back penalty kills near the end of the second period. Having a 2-goal lead, it's dangerous. We saw what happened in Calgary. They had a 2-0 lead, and it went away from them very quickly. So back-to-back penalty kills, I was nervous. The nerves were on high alert here. Your eyes are glued to the screen, hoping no pucks go in the net. And thankfully, even though the Predators looked so dangerous, they didn't get a goal. So we go into third, still up 3-1. They still kill off that transition penalty late in the second to the third period. McBain drives the net, gets taken down. Coyotes going to power play. They looked good on the power play, but it was still didn't get any goals on this one. And Gunther hit the post here, and even Cooley hit Saros's mask. Almost went in the net there. So great job by Cooley and Gunther to get pucks to the net, get pucks through, and get some really good shots on the net and Saros. And then McBain to Moser, they had a good chance, was saved. And then here is a too many men penalty. Another one, they had one in Calgary in overtime where they lost the game for the too many men penalty. And here, this one was hilarious. If you look at the replay, Keller just jumps on the ice for no reason. There's no Coyotes player in proximity to the bench. Just something in his head said, hey, Keller, go on the ice. And he just goes on the ice, and Coyotes get a penalty. They kill it off, thankfully. And after they kill it off, Keller was on a breakaway, but that got denied. So it's still 3-1. Arizona, really good 5-on-5 consistently for the full 60 minutes. Just too many penalties, and the Nashville only looked good on their power plays. 5-on-5, I thought the Coyotes dominated the Predators. They had the majority of high danger chances 5-on-5 and just controlled the game and had more offensive momentum than the Predators here. Near the end of the game, the Nashville Predators pull their goalie, and Carcone on an empty netter hits the post. At that moment, I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if the Predators come back and tie this game because Carcone hits the post on an empty net? And it halfway happened because the Nashville Predators score after the Coyotes hit the post on the empty net. A point shot ricochets behind Ingram off the boards right in front of the net. So the Predators make it 3-2, and then the Coyotes get called for an icing call, 10 seconds left. And thankfully there's no other shot by the Predators, and the Coyotes hold on for the 3-2 victory in regulation, staying in the hunt, about 4 points back behind the Predators now. 3 points, I believe, behind LA. It's an early game Saturday, so there's still a lot of hockey to be played around the league. The Coyotes moving forward, they got Monday night against Pittsburgh at home before going on a short road trip out east in Florida, only for 3 games, and then it's the All-Star break. For me, what I want to see moving forward, score on the power play. They've gone 3 games with no power play goals, and stay out of the box. I mean, 16 penalties in 3 games, it's too much. Just fix that up. The too many men penalties need to go. That was a bad habit early on in the season, but that went away. But now it's coming back again. Just too many penalties. You just do something just to not reach with sticks. No more tripping calls. No more maybe bonehead, knucklehead penalties by O'Brien, even though he didn't have one against Nashville, but prior games he did, especially against Vancouver. Just clean it up a little bit. For faceoffs, they're at 52%, much better than the 28% against Vancouver the game before. They were outshot 33-26. Again, the shots were pretty even, other than those first 4.5, 5 minutes of the game where Predators had 7 shots, the Coyotes 0. So the Coyotes, after that, they couldn't really make that gap any smaller, but after those first 5 minutes, this was a great game by the Coyotes. Ingram stood tall. He locked it down. I feel like Ingram gives the Coyotes the best chance to win and get points every night. It's rare he lets a team down. I know there's been a couple games where he let in like 3 goals really early in the game, I believe against LA and Ottawa. But lately, he's been locking it down. He looks solid, doesn't get flustered. Even when there's so much traffic in front of the net, he keeps calm, finds pucks, and just really solid. And thankfully, we need that goaltending moving forward if the Coyotes want to keep up in the race for the wild card position. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see, spread the word. And as always, thank you for your support.